Okay, here we go. R&B Diva season finale, y'all. Oh my goodness. So the girls are obviously still in Puerto Rico, and they meet with the mayor of Ponce, I believe, if I'm pronouncing that right. And she comes bearing gifts and all that. They're all a little bit nervous to meet her. She's a very, very sweet lady. She just, basically goes over the whole overview of what's going to be going down, where they're going to be performing, yada yada, all that. Um, One thing I noticed was that I was like, Lomo, you gonna meet the mayor with that hair? Shante, you gonna meet the mayor with your hair? I just don't get it, and I don't understand it. Um, God bless them both, is all I have to say. So they actually, while they're sitting down talking, uh, Shantae, is some that she after the lady gets finished telling them about the event, Shantae very much asks, "Is there going to be bugs?" And Lamo and Chrisette is in her confessional. They're like tripping, like, "No, she didn't freaking ask. Is there going to be bugs and all that? Was it that serious?" They go overboard a lot. It seems Miss Chrisette and the blonde frog. Like it's just they nitpick and they find any little reason to fuck with Shantae. It seems like. But we're gonna get to a lot of Chrisette and Shantae and Lil Mo. So a little bit after that, the girls went on the beach. Well, half the girls. It was Leila, Claudette, and Shantae. They sitting down on the beach, and Leila's very much like, you know what, y'all, it's some bull swanky, because I'm still nervous, y'all. I still feel like something's not in order. Cut to the actual venue where they're gonna have it's a outside performance. So they get to the stage and everything, and they wanted wireless mics and not mics with cords or whatever, because the girls will be falling and tripping all down, and then they'll very much have to stay kind of in their area, and they're dancing, and you want a wireless mic, and the guy's like 30 minutes, and they were like, but look, sir, we need 20 minutes, but sir, we actually need 15 minutes. He was very much telling them, bitch, the show getting ready to start. I don't give a damn what y'all talking about. Y'all gonna have to very much so hashtag deal. So after that, Lil Mo, Chrisette, and Shantae, they take a little walk in the rainforest, darling, of Puerto Rico. And it's very lovely, it's very nice. Shantae has on a bikini top and shorts. And I think Chrisette had on a dress, and Lil Mo had on some shorts and a top. And so they start to sit down, and this is where it gets kind of juicy. So they're sitting down, they're having moments. Chrisette is just, yeah, I just love this energy that's in the moment, the energy, the nuts and the berries. I think I'm gonna take some leaves and put it in my home, and hopefully it'll grow and everything, because I'm just turn your volume up. I forgot to do her voice. I'm Chrisette Michel'le, and it's just absolutely wonderful, and everything is good and all that good stuff, and we just love it, and everything is great. Um, you know, Chrisette was like, yeah, this is a perfect place to let all the tension go. And I'm just over Shantae, and it's the perfect place to just let everything go and let it flow and let it fly like Tony Braxton. My album's also coming out. It's called Lyricist Opus. Make sure you check it out. So, Chrisette was like, Shantae, do you feel the tension that's in the air? Do you feel the tension? And Shantae was like, such a beautiful place. Lamo was like, Shantae, like, what is going on with you? What you thinking, Shantae? Why you so quiet? It's a beautiful place. Everything is alright. It's alright. And they were like, girl, please, okay? Um, Chrisette very much brings up the fact that, do you notice the tension in the air? And Shantae was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I notice the tension is in the air. Obviously, I'm not a dumbass, Chrisette. My hair is silly, but I'm not. And she was just like, okay, okay. Well, are you aware of everything that's going down? And she was just like, yeah, okay, Chrisette, because if you wasn't aware, I wasn't gonna speak on it. Oh, please. Um, so it just goes left real quick. Damn, Little Mo jumps up and get all into it. Chrisette was kind of talking to Shantae in a nice way. Chrisette was very much like, you know what? What officially turned me off from you was when we was in Puerto Rico and we was doing rehearsal, and I was saying that I couldn't do a certain move in 7-inch heels, and you said very much, well, I'm gonna have them on too. That really turned me off. Was that really the only thing that turned you off, Chrisette? That little remark? Oh my gosh. Like, I don't get it. I'm sensitive too, but damn. Like, it's just like every little thing Shantae in her hair does is an issue. But it's very much hold on, I'm just reading right now. Enjoy the music. There's no music. Lamo turns up as only Lamo does. She gets very belligerent. She gets up, yo, I'm finna bust, I'm finna spaz out, son. You know, of course, Little Mo is not gonna talk to Shantae alone. Or of course, she's not gonna talk to Shantae just about her issues with Shantae. Little Mo's one of those people that need to audience. So she very much brings up her issues with Shantae while Chrisette is expressing herself in a very calm, voice. Lil Mo just turns it all up. She gets up out her seat. She's very dramatic. I'm about to throw her ass over this cliff, and if you didn't have that epidural in your neck, I'll whoop your ass and all this. And I was like, oh, was it really that serious, Lil Mo? You're in your hair. Would you sit your ass down? Shantae, you're not gonna touch me. I was like, oh, Lil Mo is a mess. Like she trying to fight Shantae and got a man at home. Mm. What we gonna do with Miss Lil Mo, y'all? I just don't know. Um, Shantae was like, you know what, Chrisette, you wouldn't even have the opportunity to to talk to me like this if in any other situation. Chrisette and them flies off the handle. And she was just like, let's talk about opportunities, let's talk about opportunities. They was just very much over it, and they very much so walked away after that. But what I found, another thing that was interesting while they was arguing was Lil Mo was very much like, I'm sick of your spirit, and you got demons, my nigga. You got demons, and I'm sick of that. Your spirit, your lustful spirit, okay, your pervertory spirit that you have. Look what you got on. Like I said, Shantae had on a bikini top. I'm sure she had on the bottom, so she had on shorts and tennis shoes. What the hell is she supposed to have on? I'm sure it's hot as hen piss in Puerto Rico. Um, Lomo, bad blonde. I'm sure. So what's the big deal? Like, why do you have an issue with what she got on? Shantae always dressed like that. Her body's snatched. Wear it. Shit, what they got to do with you? And then what I thought was funny, Shantae was like, you sit there and cuss every 5 minutes and you call yourself a Christian. Very true. Good read, Shantae. Good read. High five, girlfriend, in your hair. That was a good read, because Lil Mo, I don't know what kind of Christian she is, honestly. She talks about dicks and cuss and sex and having threesomes openly 1 minute, and the next minute she's all about Jesus Christ, crying and prayer. Is this the 2014 Christians? Maybe. Um, it was just very, very turned up in a moment. And now they had this argument right before they had to all perform together. How awesome. Wasn't that great? So we actually well, before we get to the performance, Shantae talks to Claudette. Claudette is just very much surprised by this whole ordeal. I don't know why, but she's very much surprised, and she's like she feel like she should have done more to like prevent this or whatever. There was nothing that you can do, Miss Ortiz, to prevent this. This was bound to happen, and it did. She was just like she just wished she would have said something or did something to try and prevent this whole ordeal from happening. But it no, it was nothing, darling. I promise you, there was nothing you can do. And she was like, she's gonna bring all the women together. Shantae was like, I'm over it. I'm over it, darling. I am on Whitney and Mariah's level, and that's just it. And I'm over it. They should never come in my presence again. To the gods, darling. Send them to the wolves. So they get to the damn performance. Performance, Chris said, it's just very much a mess. Like, I'm mad at myself because I don't even want to perform with these ladies. I am very much trying to my album's coming out, so that's why I'm getting flustered. I very much so want to just run off the stage. I feel like I'm not having a good performance because I'm still trying to wrap my head around this whole Shantae thing. Like, I don't get it. Was she in love with Shantae? Like, damn. Like, y'all just met. Like, And Shantae was very much like, during that whole argument, that I'm glad that I didn't put my heart into this situation because I would be hurt by now by this whole thing. Sometimes God shows you people early. I'm just saying. They perform. What the hell did Leela have on? I love you, Lily, but that one for you, sis. That outfit was not for you. Um, I was hoping they would all wear something similar since they were performing together. I know they're not a group, but I thought they was gonna all wear something like cohesive. But they all had on different patterns and colors and shit, and I was just like, okay, whatever. Shantae, I loved her dress. Her dress was cute. Claudette's dress was alright. Um, I actually like Lamo's outfit for the first time in like 2 seasons. I've liked Lamo outfit, so I like the outfit a lot. Yeah, that's all I want to say. I did the performance. Chris said, "You guys did wonderful." Everyone was like, "Girl, what are you talking about? You did well too." She was just like, "No, I just don't feel like I'm doing well or at all." And child, whatever. So they get to the meeting, the last scene, the dinner, darling, the dinner of it all. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the damn the scenes of the reunion next week, and I'm so excited. It looks like Shantae got some new hair. We love that, right? Come on, progress. Come on, checks. So we get to the dinner. Um, Little Mo, that hair is just getting worse and worse by the minute. She literally, when she walked in, I fell all the way out. Like she came in like twisted and shit. I can't, Lord Jesus. Why won't somebody tell her? Like, and it looked like she like teased it out and shit, and she put a headband around. It was just so bad. Oh my gosh, little Mo. Oh, honey, it's so bad. So anyway, I just can't. Okay, so I'm trying to get this right, so I can give my, views and everything on everything that transpired, darling. Okay. Lamo very much starts the whole thing off with, you know what, I'm so proud of the new girls that came in because oftentimes I'm usually always the only one that speaks their mind and says what they feel. And I'm proud of the new girls that y'all speak y'all mind and everything. Claudette was like, well, sometimes it's not always the right time to say something, little hoe. Okay. Sometimes it's not always the right time to discuss when you have a beef with somebody. And then Claudette very much says, like, I was telling all the girls. I know I didn't get the chance to tell you, Chrisette, because you're often by yourself. But I just feel like you're often, to yourself and often alone. And Chrisette, I'm to myself. But my album's coming out, Lyricist Opus. But I'm to myself. What do you mean? I'm to myself. And Chrisette was just like, I'm just a little shocked right now that you would say that I'm to myself. Like what do you mean by that? And Claudette was like, well, I just feel like you're off to yourself a lot and everything. Um, so what happened after that? Leela very much interjects and she's like, Shantae, I feel like you are quite distant and you very much have a lot of personalities. People don't really know how to take you. And sometimes one out of the 20 personalities that you have, you tend to offend people and everything. But on the other side of the table, Lil Mo's getting up, going back and forth, and making a big scene like she always do. And I feel like that whole Chrisette and Shantae conversation maybe would have went down a little better had Lil Mo not been there. Because Lil Mo is just not the sit down and talk calmly type of woman. She's very much turned up. You can't sit and talk to her on a calm level, it seems, because she gets irate. She takes it to the next level. You know, like at some point, you have to stop bragging about being a bitch ass in the middle of the street. I'm just saying. The whole dinner table thing goes left. Miss Lil Mo gets on Claudette. She's very much like, why don't you don't? I have a problem with your delivery or whatever because you don't say things when you need to. And Lil Mo was like, because you don't talk, because you don't talk. And Claudette was like, I'm expressing how I feel, and now I'm getting thrown down my throat. Lil Mo was very much like, it seems like Claudette got some inside information, and she's just like going off right now. Corset sitting on the end of the on the end of the table with just steaming her and her flower. She's steaming, bitch. And and the scene was quite tragic and very horrifying. And so Shantae finally gets a chance to try and explain herself a little bit. Michel'le was like, yeah, because I want to hear this. I want to hear this. No, 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 let her talk. Okay, okay, Leela, this some bull swank. I feel like Shantae ain't no bad person. She's no mean person. Michel'le, well, I've met the mean. I've definitely met the mean side of Shantae. I've definitely met that girl. And that was hilarious. Michel'le is kind of being the little urger. She's urging shit up this time, and that was funny. Um, all of a sudden, somehow or another, Michel'le and Claudette get into it, and Claudette was very much like, Claudette was just speaking in general, but she was like pointing at Chrisette, and Chrisette was like, but how would you feel if Shantae said that you wouldn't even have the opportunity to be in her presence right now if it wasn't for the show or whatever? And Claudette very much was just kind of like blocking her out, and she was just like pointing at her, and Claudette was like, hold on, because you don't know me like that. I don't know you like what, Miss Ortiz. Where I'm from, that's fighting words too, so I got it. Miss Hett was like, where I'm from, that's fighting words, and I can't, and my feelings are hurt, and everybody's just so, over the top, but they're just so, flabbergasted, darling, by Claudette finally speaking her mind. But shit, I mean, it was a little left field. It was a little interesting. But I don't think Claudette had the intentions of, starting something with people because I don't really see that in her. Maybe she just felt like she needed to be on Shantae's side because Shantae really don't have anybody on her side. But then again, if you're wrong, you're wrong. I personally don't think any of this is that deep as people are taking it. I think that both Chrisette and Lil Mo is dramatic, and Little Mo, she's just that type of person that just blow up, with the drop of a dime, and it's just not much that you can say to her. Lamo's over in the corner texting that little boy she with, and then they're saying a prayer to one another, I guess. Chrisette very much leaves, and you know what? I'm not speaking to any of you ever again, ever again. She waves her purse, and she was like, Shantae, I'm sure this is what you wanted. Leela goes out there to see if she's okay. Michel'le, come on, man. Chrisette, is she leaving? Come on, man. Don't let her do you like that. Shantae kind of holds her head down. Leela, it's just some bull swanky, just grown women, just drama, drama, drama. Don't make no sense. Leela goes back into the dinner, and they all sit back down. And Shantae, you know what? What it is? I said that because you have to earn my respect. And when you have been disrespected, you won't have the opportunity to disrespect me again. I guess. Y'all get that? I don't. Shantae very much also says the energy changed when Chrisette left. Not Chrisette, Mother Earth, Miss Therapist, not her. She brings the people together. They all sit down and talk calmly. Leela expresses how she feels to Shantae. Shantae receives it and, is humbled by it. And Lil Mo is very much like, you know what? I feel, I feel you and your pain because I know what you're going through right now. And Shantae was like, yeah. But Leela pointed out a very good point. She was like, Shantae, you tend to act like you're the only one that's always going through stuff. And that you tend to act like you don't need anybody. And, that's a problem. It's very much, Shantae's drama is over everybody else's and when everybody got stuff going on. So that's true. Maybe she needs to communicate more. You know what? When I was sitting down and watching this and it was just those five girls without Chrisette, it seemed like a group now. It seemed like they can all sit and have tea and have a kiki and have good moments to get all their frustrations out. Even though Chrisette, you know, from watching the show, you'll think of her as like, the Earth Child. She's very eccentric, very unique. She's extremely talented. But I'm not talking about her music. I'm just talking about her. It seems as a person, at least the way they edit it on the show. Um, that she seems like a very therapeutic, very calm, nature type of chick. But they have definitely shown different messy sides of Chrisette on this show, and I think this may be one reason why I heard that she's not returning next season. I don't. Okay, whatever. I'm still probably gonna get her album though, because she's dope, hella dope. But it's just some people don't need to be on reality television, like Chrisette Michelle, like Kelly Price, like Dawn Robinson, like whom else? That's all I can think of right now. But yeah. So it's just like Nikki Gilbert, oh child, humpback Gilbert. But yeah, it was just a mess. Whew, this episode was deep and very dangerous. It looks like the reunion is gonna be quite good. I'm excited. But I did notice, while they were showing the reunion, the scenes from the reunion next week, which I'll be reviewing, so stay tuned, that they didn't show Claudette at all. So is Claudette gonna be there for the reunion? I don't know. Anyway, I'm Mr. Chilak. This review is long enough. Um, yes, God, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe and share and tell a friend, tell your cousins, tell whomever else, darling. We love the people of the land. Like I said, I will be reviewing next week the reunion special. It's gonna be awesome. Um, what did y'all think about that whole scene with Lil Mo, Shantae, and Chrisette Michelle? What did y'all think about that whole scene? It was quite interesting. Mm. Whose sides are y'all on? I definitely don't think that anybody's 100% innocent in this whole thing. Maybe the girls, like I said from the beginning, maybe Shantae should have, and the other girls, the original four girls, should have all sat down and they should have been a little bit more closer. And I thought they was more better friends than that. It's just a big communication thing. It's a big communication gap between the girls, it seems. And yeah, Chrisette and Lil Mo together though, deadly, deadly. Michel'le was like, "Well, bitch, I had fun. I learned to trust and listen to people more because I just woke up." Yes, God. Anyway, I'm at It's King's World on Twitter, all that good stuff, and yeah, like, share, comment. Anyway, bye. That was the end. Season finale of R&B Divas LA. Stay tuned for the reunion, y'all. Puerto Rico.